Warning. A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you because I believe that what he said to be true. He said, we're here for a good time, not a long time, so have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. If you do not find this video entertaining, then you are taking life way too seriously. If you have a complaint about any episode, please book an appointment with the therapist. Cheers, dudes.
That's Dude.
And that's Dude. And that's Oh. And you are?
I'm Chris.
Chris from where?
From Broadhead Brewery.
Yeah, Broadhead Brewing. That's what's happening tonight, folks. So you know what that means, right? If we're live and we're not in the Dude Den, that means
It's Lazyboys After Hours.
it's an after hours episode.
Yeehaw.
Cheers.
Don't want to spill.
Two guys talking, saying anything, nothing new to say, talking anyway. Stop yammering, can't hear a thing, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew. Stop talking, try listening, try anything, try whistling. There you go again, saying anything, nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew. Let's have one more brew. One more brew.
Okay, what are we having?
We are drinking our new summer seasonal, which is the Peach Mango Kolsch.
Peach Mango Kolsch.
You know, on a hot day like this, that sounds really good. I'm excited.
Okay,
Oh, it smells nice.
that smells awesome.
That's interesting. That's really good. You know, I was expecting, from the color, I didn't know what it was. I was expecting like
Interesting.
a juicy, hazy IPA.
Don't listen to him, I like it.
No. Everything is good in this case. Because it's the
Interesting.
Kolsch. I was expecting a juicy, hazy IPA, and now I see
That's like
this.
when we
And
had
I
a
like
beer,
it
we
a
go,
lot.
it's not bad. It's like, that's not the worst thing you could possibly say.
I don't brew it. So why are you making me look bad? I like the beer. It's
Just
nice.
joking. No, it is actually really good. It's a perfect summer beer, honestly. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Like I said, on a hot day like today, oh.
And you know what I've discovered is that I'm starting to feel more and more comfortable in my manhood, that I'm able to shush,
Name your sex tape.
right? So I'm able to appreciate fruity tasting beers. Yeah, I know how that sounds, right?
Hey,
but
I mean-
damn it, it's so crisp and it's my go-to. Like today is crazy hot, folks. I don't know how it looks like in today's terms, but as we're filming, it is brutally hot.
Dude,
And-
put up how much it was today.
yeah.
All right.
So that's
See,
what,
that's
we're,
it.
dealing,
It's hot.
that's
That's
what
hot.
we're dealing with.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So, what's on the agenda?
We're here. That's enough.
This
Oh, you
is
want to
true.
do something?
Well, Chris is here, and I think Chris doesn't want to just sit and drink with us.
All right.
I mean, although,
He's good to go. All right. I think
Anything
tonight
to
would be a perfect night for a crappy bowl of mystery. You ready for that?
That's
So
right.
you don't know what you're getting involved in.
we don't know what we're getting involved in.
I heard mysteries in her bowl.
Uh-huh. It actually does say the crappy bowl.
Ooh, the production value is insane.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. All right.
Dude decided we had for several months trying to figure out what we would call this thing.
And that
we
was the
came-
joke name until we came up with something better.
Yeah, so many different names.
But
And
now it's
then
stuck.
finally, dude let us know that, you guys keep referring it to the crappy bowl of mystery. That's what it's going to be. You guys don't have a choice anymore.
Sometimes first
so
idea
when
is
you
best idea.
labeled it,
Yeah,
we don't have a choice anymore. We're bound by it.
it's written. Yeah, we're
Official.
Okay, so you feel like you want to do this?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Let's
go
get in
for
there.
it. Just pick in there, whatever.
Now, fair warning, some questions are brilliant, some are absolute crap, hence the crappy bowl.
Do you always want me to read it?
Oh, yes, please.
Read it out loud.
I picked
Oh,
up
oh,
two.
you picked up two.
I grabbed two. I'm cheating.
Oh, I
This is
think-
a blank
Oh,
one.
that's a
Actually, what the frig?
Oh my god. It's,
It says front. We've never had this before.
oh my
Honestly,
god.
I think this is a letter from a fan.
I think it is.
I think this is a fan letter written by a child. So arguably not a question. One blank piece of paper,
Okay.
some fan
It's
mail.
like he gift wrapped it or something.
I think he did. That was a trick.
Oh.
What a clever kid.
Holy jeez. And his name is actually Jimmy.
Jimmy or Billy? There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna read it.
Please.
Because Jimmy actually took the time. He probably wasn't listening in class. And we've had issues with...
I don't know how I feel about having a child fan base.
Well, I hope you're enjoying your beers, Jimmy. And Daddy doesn't notice that you're going into his fridge.
It's a root beer he's in.
Root beer, that's what I meant.
There you go.
Hello, I'm Jimmy. My mommy said I could watch you dudes.
Could not
And
watch.
dudes could not?
Could
How's
not
that?
watch.
Oh, see, I don't even actually even do
Your mom's
reading
pretty
this.
smart.
My mommy said I could not watch you dudes and dudes. Yes, oh my God. Yesterday, because I'm not paying attention in my, I called it class.
Oh,
Right? I told her I only watch when my
Studies.
studies are doing, oh my God. How old are you, Jimmy?
Second year university.
he's working
Is
on
this
a
girl
PhD.
been-
I think he's an engineer. I think it.
Oh my God. Mean that you're, holy, I can't even barely read
Yes,
go for it.
Chris
You're
seems to have a
better
grasp
than me.
on this.
Okay.
Holy jeez.
Mean
That's
that
kinda
you're thinking really about something a lot like, ooh, don't know what tree. He drew a picture of a tree. He spelled the word wrong, but there's a picture there. Like tree growth or what? My real question is, okay, there's a question.
Oh!
If you go to the end, there's a payoff.
Dude's gonna have to write all that to realize it.
Oh my God.
We'll keep that one.
Okay, my real question is, what would a video game based off you guys' look like, and what would the type of game be, I assume?
Oh.
What is
And then it says, does the meaning hard as a rock? Which I assume, what does that mean? I don't know.
I'm gonna skip that
Long
art
to get there.
The video game question I actually like.
Okay, so, dude, you're gonna need to keep that and I wanted to
Poor bastard.
write it like it's exactly the way it was written.
You know what? I think
Do
you should
that.
just take a picture and post it. That'll be a lot easier. All right.
You trying to save him work? That's what he gets paid for.
You don't
Holy
pay him.
Christ. Yeah, look what's in his hand right now.
Oh, we pay him in beer.
That's just like
That's actually not bad.
moving and producing a low budget show.
Beer
you
and
get
pizza.
beer.
There you go. All right.
Okay,
So,
so
if
the
there was a
actual
video
question-
game, that's a real good question. Right off the top of my head, I'm seeing something beer related, obviously. I'm thinking if you know we had to be like little brewmasters and you could consult people like Chris to level up. You know, you learn, and okay, so you got your first vat, you got to make your first recipe, you got to sell it, but you also have to review it because that's what we do, right? You got to review the beer. Is it good? Is it bad? You get points for that, and then you can build your little empire. And next thing you know, you got a room that looks as awesome as this thing.
It could be like a VR game.
Yeah.
Where you have to stand there and you're 30 minutes of real time stirring a batch
Do
of
you
beer.
actually do that when you brew?
Oh, I'm not a brewer. No, science is hard.
I don't know.
Maybe Chris would tell dude what you actually do at the
Well,
brewery.
he works at Broadhead. I assume
I sell
everybody's
the
a
beer.
brewer.
I'm the pretty face. I sell the beer.
You are a devilishly handsome young man. So
even
yeah,
more
the sales guy, he's smart enough. He doesn't want to stir for a half hour. So he's like, no. So basically, you go around and
You told me, but
give
you
people
didn't tell
samples
him.
and say, carry your beer.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely part of it.
That could be a game too.
Yeah, I'd be
Oh
into
yeah,
it.
you got to sell the samples.
See, I was thinking of Community when,
The TV show.
yes.
Okay.
Not the idea of community.
I don't know, the beer
Our,
community.
I was thinking about our beer community. No, Community, the TV show.
Yeah.
When Abed and Troy came up with their video game, when they were playing that video game in the VR.
Oh.
Remember that scene? Have you ever seen that episode?
No, I've actually never seen Community.
Oh, no, okay.
It's a pretty good show.
Well, I've seen a couple
first four
episodes.
seasons are pretty good.
I've seen a
After
couple
that,
episodes. Wasn't a fan.
Oh, really?
Personally,
that's
just
fine.
just me.
That's all right.
Okay. That's okay.
That lady.
So we'll see you next time, folks.
Oh.
Anyways, So in one of the episodes, they actually have a VR where there's already characters created from them.
Okay.
So my add-on to that, thinking of that specific episode, would be that you could actually create your own avatar to go into, and you could actually pick what you do at the brewery, and then you'd have all these different people, a community of brewers coming in, and they would pick what they're doing.
A virtual brewery.
Virtual brewery.
Now, your avatar is a lot. You'd have to be able to have the sample with the beer bellies, so.
But
like
add-ons?
Yeah.
One of those
Actually
games
drink.
where sometimes in games you look down, you can see the character's feet. In this one, you look down, you can't see the feet, but there is a beer belly. So it
Yeah.
is still impressive graphics.
It would be very impressive. So, I think if we're all on the same page, it would definitely be,
A brewing kind of beer game.
because to be honest, if there was like a VR game of what we're doing right now,
Of just reading
I-
questions and answering.
I don't know
Yeah.
how popular that would actually be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Okay,
That was a
so
short one.
that
Let's do
is.
another one.
You want to do another one?
We'll do another
Yeah,
one.
that's
We'll do another
We'll
one.
do a non-crazy one.
You don't, yeah. So we'll hope that no other children slipped in the freaking question.
Was it signed?
Yeah, Jimmy.
It was
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, okay.
Jimmy.
Okay.
Do we know Jimmy?
Which one of this has adult handwriting?
Jimmy.
That looks like Jimmy again. So
Most
I'll make a different one.
Most likely, none of them do.
Okay.
See, I told
There you go.
I told you going to that park and asking kids to draw questions was
Okay.
a good idea.
All right. I think this one will be pretty quick, actually.
Oh,
Would you rather get a root canal or deal with the phone company?
Oh, it's signed Midwest Johnny.
where's Johnny? He was there when we first started off. He usually had most of the questions.
Okay.
Midwest Johnny.
Would you rather deal with a root canal or the
Actually,
phone
Midwest
company?
Johnnies are lawyers.
Well, the ironic part is I actually need to go in for a root canal. So,
So you'd rather deal with the phone company?
I'd rather deal with I'm gonna have to do the root canal anyway, so since I'm biting that bullet, screw the phone company, I'm sticking with the root canal.
I would rather spend 2 hours on hold with Bell or with Fido than
Getting a root canal?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend my day
That's-
on the phone
Yeah, I can
waiting
do that.
than get a root canal.
Yeah, because being on the phone, as painful as it is, doing the flipping back and forth from getting a package and getting a great deal from Bell, and then 1 year later,
Getting it from Rogers?
and then having to flip over to Rogers because Bell has a great package available, but because you're an existing customer,
No,
we're not gonna give it to you.
Oh, yeah.
you can't get it because you're already a customer. So then you have to flip over. I actually know somebody that does that every year. They flip constantly.
I don't flip,
And I'm
but
like,
when
I
I
wouldn't
left,
want to do that. I don't have that kind of patience.
I
No,
don't,
me neither.
I don't flip,
I don't
but when I
think
left Bell,
I'll pay the 20 bucks.
when I
or
left
30
Bell,
bucks
they
more.
wanted me back, and they're like, well, we can give you this deal.
What can
I'm
we
like,
do?
well, why didn't you give it to me before? If you can afford to give me this deal, why are you gouging me
Gotta ask.
with these crazy
So imagine
prices?
if you had that same conversation with your dentist. You're sitting in the chair.
Listen, I just did your tooth. I charge you $500. I can do it for a new patient for $200 though.
A root canal is
I
like
thought we
$3
already
grand.
went through this.
Scare your teeth at that point.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing for me is that back and forth, as painful as it is, and I still don't get why they don't focus on the customers they have and retaining them instead of having them like. Are they trying to keep the workers that come into your home or to the box to keep them working? What's the point here?
It's because most customers are passive and will just take it rather than deal with the
won't ask.
hassle.
They won't ask for that
so
stuff.
they will keep paying the high prices. So the fact that they lose a few,
So you
they're still
think,
making more money losing a few than giving everybody a discount.
So you think the majority of people will accept
They're cheap.
getting
Oh yeah.
paying more and
Yeah.
not moving?
Yeah.
And the few that do,
Yeah.
it's
It's-
consequential.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think specifically for the question, let's imagine the worst case scenario. You're on the phone actively having to deal with someone for like 4 hours.
While getting a root canal.
let me transfer you to somebody. Yeah, exactly. Let me transfer you to this guy. Oh, we gotta transfer you to this guy. Oh, what's your account number again? And it's like, you're not just sitting there with them on speakerphone, listening to whole music, just browsing Instagram for 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
You like actually have to deal with it. I would still prefer that over a root canal.
Fair enough. I think if it's
That's less painful.
It's if it's between something that's really annoying and is really pissing me off compared to being like back in my chair having that
Yeah, but here's
just
the
that
thing.
sound.
In the
Oh,
chair,
you're going. We can
I
play.
have to do it anyways. But in the chair, it's not like you just go in the chair and they pull out a power drill and start going. Meh. I mean, they will numb you.
Oh, you're making
it's
it
still gonna
sound
hurt.
like
It's still gonna
fun.
hurt.
Yes.
You're trying to psych
I'm
yourself.
trying to psych myself up
Oh, yeah,
because I know
it's gonna be okay. You're not
it's
gonna
gonna be
feel a thing.
fine. It's just the one tooth back here,
It's all gonna be
and
good.
I'm scheduled for like in October, and it's gonna be okay because once it's done, it's over. It's done. I don't have to flip next year and get another one done.
Ideally not.
Ah, yeah,
Keep brushing your
exactly.
teeth.
Shushy.
Keep flossing.
Technically, you should not. I'm just saying, you should not, but
Hey,
it could happen.
I've made it this long.
Not
without
everybody
being-
is like the first in their class, by the way. You gotta take that into consideration. Maybe your dentist is
You, just have to
You might be
pass.
going in there and
You
they
just have to graduate dental school.
or you're like their very first patient. Up until you,
No,
they were
I know I'm
practicing
not
on
his
like,
first
oh, like,
patient.
yeah, dogs and
But
cats.
now I'm worried because even the crappiest dentist passed.
Oh, that's a high bar.
Oh man, it's like you only need 60% to pass, and you're like, what?
I know 60% of the teeth in your mouth. Oh, it's not one of those?
Shoot, that's the one I
Oh,
failed
that's
on.
the day I skipped. Damn.
I knew I didn't. Molars, I can't get molars. I just don't. I don't have a molar brain. I don't have it.
What do you mean canines? These guys are humans.
Oh, no, I'm
The
worried.
teeth are called canines.
No, I'm worried.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry about
Yes.
it. No, it's
You know
just,
what?
Just because you're gonna get
when
the
it's
last
over,
person.
I'll
in
just
your
have a
class.
delicious Broadhead beer and
As it's
pain away.
dripping.
Just the numb mouth. It's it's so good.
Oh, you ever see they have these baby bibs that are kind of like a molded silicone, and they have this natural
little catcher, yeah.
a catcher. So
For
it's not like
Cheerios.
yeah, it's a catcher. So I'll wear one of those. So any beer that spills will just go in the catcher, and then I can
Put a
just
straw
pour
in
it back in.
Just put a straw in the catcher. Have the straw go back in your mouth. It's a
Like,
it's
you
a
see that? It's not
closed
like
circuit.
there's baby food in there at the same
No,
time.
because I have this visual of Bob and Doug McKenzie, the movie, when
Yeah.
when they give their dog Hoser,
Oh.
they give the beer in this dish,
Yeah.
and then this old man wants to, and there's only one beer left, and they just dumped it, and they put it back into the glass.
Yeah, but there was dog food in that dish. That was nasty.
Hey, dude, can you put that up? Just that little scene
find
there.
that clip if you can.
I'm sure you can. You work magic. Cool. So,
Well,
are we ready for another one?
you want to do a third?
You want to do a trifecta, people?
As long as
Are we
it's a
good
quick
for a
one.
trifecta?
As long as it's a quick one. Yeah, let's do it.
Third time's the charm.
I think we should try to find a
Really divisive one.
yeah.
Okay.
Because so far we've been agreeing on a lot of stuff.
No, I said root canal. You guys said foam company. I said root canal. We didn't agree.
You seriously said root canal? I
I
missed
did.
that.
I did. I said I'm getting one anyways.
This
I'm gonna bite the
is
bullet.
not a quick one. Why do we dream?
Stephanie from New Hampshire.
Stephanie.
Wow, what
Steph.
a deep question. Why do
Why
we
do we
dream?
dream?
Like when we sleep, or just like have ambitions and goals? Like how down the rabbit hole are we
Wow.
gonna get on this?
I'm gonna go with the moronic answer and says because if we don't, we'd be bored while we're asleep.
It's true. I just sometimes have boring dreams though.
Do you have boring dreams?
Once in a while.
What would be a boring dream?
Sometimes I have dreams where I'm just like working.
Oh, I was
And
gonna
it's not
say
even,
that. I was gonna say a
but it's
working
not
dream
even like
sucks.
stress dreams. This is
No,
like I'm
it's
just
just you're
working right
doing-
now. Like,
yeah, so that
and
is
I'm
a
like, wait a
boring
minute, I'm
dream.
dreaming, then I wake up.
I get that. I'm thinking about, I'm dreaming about work, and then I wake up and I notice like it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and going, I gotta go fall back asleep to wake up in a few hours to do that boring I was just dreaming about.
And now you can't fall back asleep
No,
because you're
I
afraid
can't,
to
because then I'm
oversleep.
thinking about that other thing I have to do in a few hours. I'm like, that's not what I want to be doing. I want to be doing this. This, if I was dreaming about it, we'd still be having this conversation. That'd be kind of weird. So does that be a boring dream or just a really weird dream? Because that'd be a deja vu.
Specific
I don't
dream.
know. I'm getting bored with this conversation.
Why do we dream of subconscious?
Yeah, I'm sure there's
So,
a biological answer too.
Yeah,
I don't remember my dreams ever. I wake up, I don't remember. I know I have them, but because we all do. But I'm one of those people. I don't remember my dreams. I wake
think
up and I'm like,
dreams
"Man."
are our brain's way of digesting your
It
day
is.
and your emotions.
It is. It's a refresher. It's a reboot. It's a biological. Excuse me. I don't know what the heck that was. I think I swallowed a fly.
Can you
But-
just rewind that?
No.
Slow down. Make it like super low.
I want everybody to enjoy this moment.
It's a biological. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that was. I think I swallowed a fly.
Can you just rewind that?
No.
Slow down. Make it like super low.
I want everybody to enjoy this moment.
Et voila.
Is this a dream?
Oh, this is more of a nightmare right now.
Good for you,
Jeez.
not for us. I think it's fun as hell.
One man's dream is another man's nightmare.
No, I think that it's whatever, because like being awake right now, we're having conversations, that's logical. When you're dreaming, I think it's 100% emotional.
Oh yeah, it's
Like emotional baggage is coming out.
Yeah.
Now I remember you told me a long time ago when you were like a teenager, you had a long
It's like Star Wars.
time ago.
A long time ago. in the
You
galaxy far, far away.
you were having bad dreams for a while, and you actually learned to control your dreams and fight back in your dreams.
Lucid dreaming?
Yeah.
I figured
That's cool.
as a
Full
teenager,
disclosure,
if you're
folks.
lucid dreaming, you're not fighting back against a lot of stuff.
Oh, he
No,
was.
but yeah, no, I had some
Something else.
massive like nightmare issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was one of those things where I can't remember who it was. I had seen an interview on a talk show, and the guest was talking about taking control of your dreams.
Okay.
And how to go about it. So when you are in that dream state, long story short, is that essentially when you wake up from it, because you always have that moment where you wake up from it, or you hope you wake up from it,
Yeah.
because you're freaking out.
Ideally.
But the idea is to go right back into it, but to confront that dream right away. So before, because usually you always have that time span right away. You wake up, if you wrote it down, you would completely remember everything. You fall back to sleep, you could wake up 5 minutes, 5 hours later, you can't remember a hell, but you know it was a
Freaky.
horrible, freaky dream. But the idea is that when you go back into it, mindset is you're going to confront whatever you were dealing with, and it's your dream. It's almost like a Freddy Krueger.
I was
kind
going
of
to say,
thing.
isn't that the premise for Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, that's maybe where you got it from.
There you
The
go,
idea
Freddy.
is no. Put your
Bad
blades
Freddy.
away.
Bad Freddy. No.
I don't want to die tonight.
1, 2,
All right. Well,
after you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, get your crucifix.
I'm having a bad dream now.
7, 8,
Make it
better
stop.
stay awake.
You know what, the
9,
battery's
10, you'll be back again.
Ow.
See, that's Freddy Krueger for you.
No, that's your fingernails digging in my shoulder.
I should trim them.
Anyways, Chris, thank you so much for having
Hey,
us. This
he wants
was
to get
awesome.
out of this.
Well,
Notice?
it's because I see the time's
Roll.
running, and I know that eventually the card
he's-
runs out.
Dude's saying it's fine.
Dude's all right. Dude's
No,
gonna
no,
have
no.
to fix it and edit. See, dude's doing the big hand. He's
Chris,
doing this.
honestly, this is why I want a podcast. Because I want to be capable, I want to be able to continue talking for about 2 hours. But unfortunately we can't because this is YouTube and we got to
Would
speed
you
it up.
listen in for 2 hours?
Editing a 2-hour
Totally,
podcast
you
is a
did.
5-hour job.
Oh, editing
Right?
20 minutes. How long does that take you to do? 20 minutes?
He's just shaking his
But
head.
yeah,
Don't
that's
get
like
involved.
it's like 3-hour job.
Editing is a big job.
It is.
Big job.
So when it comes to podcasts, a big part of it, do you go through and then you actually do edit parts out that you don't want in? Or how do you go through the process? Because we haven't talked to Chris about what Chris does, right?
Besides sell beer.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what we're
So
here.
tell us, you do podcasts too, right?
Yes, I host a podcast with my good buddy.
What's it called?
Yeah, so the podcast is called Cinema Swap, and what we do, at least for the first season, we watched a whole bunch of older movies that are at least like 20 years old, and we thought, okay, if a movie's gonna be made today, who would they cast as the main 3 or main 4 characters? Because obviously if the movie was made 20 or 30 years ago,
Yeah.
if they made that again today, it would be a whole different cast of people.
Yeah, for sure. Whoever's popular right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Swapping out the old cast.
swap
for
out the
new.
old actors. Well, just the main ones. We didn't do everybody. I mean, we did start with our first episode.
Man number 3. Ooh.
Our first episode was Ocean's 11. We did 13 recastings, and we managed to get the episode in like an hour and 40 minutes somehow. It was insane.
But you did one for Indiana Jones as well, eh?
I think we did Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
That was a really fun episode.
Who
And,
would play Indy?
God, I don't remember.
Okay, so
Go listen to the podcast.
Listen to the episode.
where can we find it?
It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like the main podcast stuff. We often also get like real stand-up comedians and other professional podcast people who are much funnier than us to be on our show and really kick it up a notch. So,
Nice.
you know, we try to have a good time with it and be as funny as possible, but we're just a couple of random dudes. So we get actual professionals to join us.
Who's the biggest name that's ever been on the show?
I mean, they're just like, they're other podcasters. Like, we've had people from one of my favorite podcasts called All Fantasy Everything. We've had one of those guys on. We've had one of the guys from this really great show called Three Black Halflings, which is like a D&D podcast. It's about like diversity and stuff like that in D&D, one of those guys. We've had a few different stand-up comedians, actors who like work in Los Angeles come on the show.
That's wild.
We had a guy who did a commercial with Bruce Willis come on the show, and he told us about working with Bruce Willis, and that was very fun. So we've had a lot of really
We had a whole episode
more impressive
about
people on the
Bruce
show.
Willis. We had like a man crush Bruce Willis episode.
But yeah, it's like a silly movie podcast, and we
That's cool.
I'm gonna have
swap
to check that
cinema
out.
things, pretty much. You know,
Cool.
It's a good time.
So there you go. You fit right into our niche.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
I'm sure we'll have you guys on sometime too.
Oh,
Love that.
We're big movie
I mean,
geeks.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Get him started on Wonder Woman 1984.
Shut up. Worst movie ever. Oh my. Person never should have done
Pedro
that.
Pascal was the best part of the movie, and he was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 1 was very good.
Oh, very good.
84 was bad.
It was
a bad movie.
garbage. I
It was a
can't
bad
believe that
movie.
somebody actually greenlit this.
We just posted recently one about because somebody gave us some cool Indiana Jones T-shirts.
Oh, nice.
Asking if he wants to see their film.
What's actually
I
is
just
the
saw it.
episode? Yeah,
I just saw it the other day. I liked it. It was a lot of fun.
He doesn't even want.
Shut up.
He's
Here's
like,
the thing.
there's nothing beyond.
You're not saying there's nothing
Here's
real right
the
now.
thing.
Okay,
They're
wrap it
always-
up.
No,
Wrap it up, dude.
They've always been silly. They've always been kind of goofy. Like, it's like Star Wars has always been kind of silly. People who like look at it and go, "Oh, it's always
my
been
God,
amazing."
it's
It's like, no, it's made for
geriatric
kids.
Indiana Jones. Nobody wants to see an old Indiana Jones retiring.
He's actually
already
he's having
talked
a good
about
time. It looks like for once Harrison Ford's having fun in the movie. So
Freak, like the
I like that. I thought it was
It's
fun.
about time. He's what, 90 years? So
freaking guilt.
Harrison Ford hates Star Wars.
Yeah, he does.
He's a grumpy guy.
He's like, what? He is a grumpy
He's
guy.
a grumpy guy.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone
I
down
feel
this
like we're just
rainbow
doing that
often.
episode over again.
Oh, freak, man.
So, needless to say, dude has strong opinions about certain
Great.
films.
We'll have you guys on the
There
show.
you go.
Yeah.
I'm more of a curious guy, where even if I know it's bad, I want to see if there's any kind of redeeming.
No!
He does.
Horrible!
I am too, because I like to like things. So like, I'll watch movies, even if something, or TV shows, whatever, even if it's like, this is kind of like all around sort of crappy, I'll be like, but I did like this part, or I did like
Yeah.
that part, you know what I mean? Like,
But I also like to make fun of
Positive.
stuff.
I also like to make fun of stuff, which is why we do our podcast, and we
No.
make fun of a lot of stuff.
Well then,
No.
yeah.
Shit.
It's just a bad dream.
It is.
Come on, fight back in your dream.
All I can think about is
You know what? In the new one, he punches a lot of Nazis, and that's always fun to watch.
Isn't that what he does in every movie?
Not in number 2.
That's true. Number 2, he punched a bunch of
Number
Indian
4.
guys.
Punches Russians in the 4th.
Yeah, fourth is yeah.
Oh, Russians. When they were simple.
Yeah.
And they just fought Rocky and Indiana Jones. Nice.
All
Okay,
right.
folks. So, those of you who still stuck around and haven't left yet, good for you. Thank you for sticking around.
Thanks for
That's
sticking
awesome.
around. Check
Dude
out
is
Chris's
actually leaving
podcast.
right now.
Is it, bye, dude. Check out Chris's
Have a good night.
podcast. And
Well, that means the end of the show. I've been.
yeah, told you it was good.
Talking
You
too
didn't
much.
finish, I know.
That's my
Shuts
fault.
up. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us, Chris. Thanks for having us here at Broadhead.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a
guys.
blast.
Anytime.
Thanks.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Cheers, and see you guys next Thursday.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Can we get another?
He said.